boy, Good Man of Flame Gaming. Welcome to Rogue Company. I know it's early, it's about 2:06 in the morning. I did finish recording Last of Us. I have my cousin here with me, and he wanted to play some Rogue, and I decided that, yeah, I'll join him. So, as from the title, you can see story time. What's the story? I got quite a few of them. One of the first ones I'm going to tell is how I actually got my high school diploma. It involves a place called Job Corps. Job Corps is a facility for people who want to get a trade in something. I decided, when I was first told this by my mother came to me when I was like 15, and she said, when you turn 16, you can either go through high school or go to Job Corps to get your diploma. I went to high school for a little bit, just a little bit, and it was like a year and a half. I went through my freshman and almost to like my sophomore year. Like halfway through, I was pulled out. The first day that I got admitted into my high school, Central High, they security guard tackled the kid, and my mom freaked out for a minute. Another story I had was after I got out of Job Corps, I decided to, I just decided to go to Job Corps instead of staying in that school. The school wasn't doing that much for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked some of the classes that they offered, but it was just mainly my surroundings was not great. Hold on. Give me a second. Where was I? Right. Going to Job Corps. When I first got there, it was cool. I mean, I met a lot of different people from all across the state. Like, well, you'd be surprised how many people come from different states just to come to this one facility. And it's in a place called Excelsior Springs, Missouri. It's a small town. Some strange people. I say strange because if I said what really went on in the town, I would probably get demonetized immediately. What? Hold on, time to focus up. Ooh. That was nasty. Sorry, I got a little distracted playing the game. Where was I? So, the first procedure when you get on campus. Yeah, I was saying on campus that you had an option when you first apply. You had to go through an interview like an actual job. So I would sit there and do the interview, and I was in my JROTC uniform, you know, dressed up. I was really wanting to get it. I thought this place was going to be like almost somewhat military-like. I was told it was like military-like, so I brought my uniform, and I got accepted, and I went into Job Corps thinking nothing but high hopes. The trade I went for the first time, yes, I went back the second time. I'll get to that later. The first time I went for culinary, I wanted to, you know, try chef it up in the kitchen because I like food. You know, who doesn't like food? Ow, fuck. If you don't like food, you're not human. So when you get on campus, they have security guards that are all around the campus, like at least 5, maybe 6 on duty around the campus. So you have to search all your bags and everything, like you're at TSA Airlines or airport, you know. I don't know. Ah. Getting shot. But yeah, they check your bags and they show you where the rooms are. You go your first day. You go through like a little, I guess, a training course. You don't do very much the first day. Well, not very much for your first week. You just get settled in for real. And you have like 3 beds next to yours, 4 beds in a room, and a divider to divide the 2 beds. Come on, Pete. Drop your dumb ass. Where was I? Yeah. So, one of the first people I met named Rashad. He's a cool dude. He showed me around and he explained, he was our room leader. He was one of the very first people to introduce me to life on campus. And, back then, the campus was a little more relaxed than what it is now. I grew up, I didn't grow up, I went through the whole process of trying to get adjusted to the campus. I met my second roommate, Drew, and he was chilling with his girl on the couch in the movie room, and they had like different rooms on the recreation. They had like a recreation center where you can play games. Like, at first it was nothing special. At first they only had, you know, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, when, you know, PlayStation 4 was already out. But I mean, you can't blame them for a government funding kind of company. They did the best they could to give, you know, us the privileges to relax after our day's work. And some people really took advantage of that because they didn't respect the people on the campus as much, which in turn is why they made a system called color cards. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't say I was the brightest apple of the bunch at the time. I was very moody. I was very, teenager, angsty, like, anxious, eager to, I'd be ready to jump at somebody's throat in a heartbeat just because I was going through a bit of a hard time in my life. But, I mean, I didn't know anything about my real father until I was like 14. And I mean that news alone shook me a while back. I didn't know what to think.
This is what I do.
But back to the main story. Got the oh shit. Hello. Oh. Yeah. Damn it. I tried to fucking dodge all the bullets. Where was I? Fuck. Oh, Job Corps. Back on the point. Job Corps in the I don't have a script or anything for this because I'm just going purely off of memory. Where was it? Rooms, dorms. Yeah, so I got adjusted. I met two of my roommates, and I met a few other people on the dorm. I've seen the cafeteria, and don't get me started on the food there. The food there is not the greatest. But sometimes it's good, sometimes it's It's like what you see, what is what you get. Like I actually worked in the kitchen. That's part of your final, like your final deal is when you get towards the end of the program in culinary, you will go work in that kitchen for a minute, help serving food, and I seen how they made their Jello cakes. They just put like a Jello mixture in a big bowl. They put it in the freezer for a few hours, or the refrigerator, and let it gelatinized. And then they take it out, put some of that Jello inside the little cakes that I had baked and cut up. Yeah, so besides that, the day-to-day life was not that bad. There was quite a few people I met on campus that I will say that I've never thought I would ever experience half the shit I've experienced when I went there. Let's say this one kid, I'm gonna call him Chris. Let's just call him Chris. Alright. Me and Chris, I'm thinking we were cool, but we were not necessarily friends for real. He was just a guy on my dorm. I just basically lived with the dude. One night, Rashad and Jewel is an MMA fighter. He has got boxing gloves. He kept boxing gloves under his bed. And you are allowed to keep certain items to a certain extent, like a box under your bed. That's fine, as long as it kept your bed nice and neat and tucked. So, Jewel, when I got to meeting Jewel, he said that he would teach me how to box. He would teach me how to put on the boxing gloves and the MMA gloves. So we got to sparring. The first time I got in the gloves, he threw a punch that I didn't even see coming. He threw it 1, 2, 3. He hit me 3 times in the forehead. I didn't even see it. 1, 2, 3. I was like, what the fuck was that? And he showed me the technique. It's like I can't really show it to you, but you just gotta have a little like form and stance where you extend your arm, and he did like 3 quick jabs to my forehead. We have headgear on because he had everything.
Save the day, get paid, right?
He had weights and all that. We did morning exercises sometimes. So I would always sit there and try to do like handstand push-ups against my door, my locker. But back to the whole situation. One night, I guess word got around that I was training with Jewel, and Chris decided he wanted to challenge me. He said, "Hey, bro, I will pay you $300 if you get in the gloves with me." And here's the thing: we had to do it after lights out, and lights out, you can't be up running around through the halls. We were dumb as hell because a lot of these things be ducking in and out. And when there was one guy on the dorm named Kenny, he would be just running to people's rooms all throughout the night, hiding under their beds. So he heard about the fight. He hid under the bed to watch this shit. And oh shit. So, I should lose myself. Or not, like, leave that time for this. Huh? Roaches. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, he said, I'll pay you $300 to put him in the leg. Like, he had money because he bought PS3s and TVs and games. He brought all kinds of shit in, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll fight you. But, I mean, I only did it because you offered a prize. But, so, they got on, it's on, I don't know where it is, but they filmed it on Facebook. It's somewhere on Facebook, I think on Joel's page. But, we were in the dorm, and we got in the gloves. We tapped fist, and we started boxing. So he starts throwing these wide punches, meanwhile I'm keeping my stance, and I'm tagging him in his chin and his face, and hit him with a couple body shots. And we hear the RA coming down the hallway, so what we do is stop the fight immediately, take off and go into the bathroom and hide it, but not behind the shower curtains. Just wait for the RA to go to try to resume the fight. The RA comes in, he's like, what is all that noise going on in here? He's like, everybody acting like they chill on the bed and shit. We're just, me and Chris just sitting there behind the curtains like, what the fuck do we do? How are we gonna get out of this? I ended up taking off down the hall, like, after I heard the RA leave. Like, I snuck off. I took the gloves and everything with me, and went back to my room, because, this was a little bit further down the line when we had to change rooms, because oftentimes, when they think, or when someone leaves, they will switch rooms, or whenever you guys go on vacation, they'll have you change rooms and change the beds. They have, like, certain schedules you have to go by. Oh shit, hello. Overall, it was quite the experience. Okay, so one of the most oddest encounters that I've ever had was the time I went to go have breakfast one morning. Like, I got up early. They have this thing called early breakfast, and then they have hot breakfast. Hot breakfast at like 7 o'clock. Early breakfast at 6. I got up at 5 and started getting dressed for the day, got ready, and made sure my bed was made, because you had to make sure it was like military style.
Help on the way.
So after I did all that, got ready, dressed, and at this time I was actually dating a girl.
You okay? You okay?
I also made a note, a poem for her, because I really liked this girl at the time. But that's another story for another time. But
Save the day, get paid, right?
I go down, go make my breakfast. It was like sausage flakes that morning. I got my I also made some cappuccino. I like the little hot chocolate machine and cappuccino machine they got. So I mix my hot chocolate and my cappuccino and whatever. I make my drink and make up food. I go to sit down at one of those big tables and wait, and try to go wait. But as soon as I had to go sit down, my stomach told me, hey bro, yo, you gotta take a number 2 right now. I had to go immediately. Like, I could not hold it. My stomach was hurting. So, you know, your first reaction is to go to the bathroom, right? Yeah, that was mine too, alright. I open the door, and the smell hit my nose, like immediately. It just hits my nose. I don't know what it was, but it stank. Like, I couldn't even describe, it just stank. So, I open the door a little bit further, I look in, guess who I see looking at me, staring dead at me while I'm walking into the door. I see someone getting busy on the floor. They were getting busy on the floor at 5 o'clock in the morning. I look at them, and they're looking dead back at me. I'm like, God damn. Really? I didn't have to shit no more. That went back up. That went straight back up. Bro, yeah, like, the moment that smell hit me, I didn't have to shit no more. I walked back. I was like, no, I'm done. Like, I never smelt anything like it, but I actually froze there for a full 5 seconds before I could even take my eyes away and move. Because I was like one of those dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. I froze. If I don't move, they can't see me.
Oh, sweet, bro. I smell that smoke. You have questions up there? No, because you got it. Oh, tell me some funny stories between you and Jordan, bro. I want to hear something. Something I ain't heard before.
Trying to remember what. I would say, I think one about Halloween. It was one Halloween they had set up a smoke, like, you know, a haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
What time was, at what age was I? Well, I was like, I think 10 maybe.
Bro, that was like 2000. That was like 2010. Yeah, about 2010.
No. It was one of the. Yeah, I think it was that house. Yeah.
6847.
Yeah. Where was I? I don't. Yeah. I had a house on Halloween. Okay, so me personally, I don't really fuck with scary shit, honestly. But I decided, I had to go. It was my cousin's house. I couldn't reject the invitation. Like, my family decided to go, so I ended up going anyways. Get in the car, we ended up going, eating food, chilling, and I decided to go to the haunted house once. So, they normally pulled the trick when we were kids. They did that same trick with the chainsaw, where they would take the blades off and run around with it. As kids, we didn't know that the blades were gone. We thinking, oh no, we about to die. So we're running through the yard, screaming, hollering, or whatever. The second time they did the haunted house, they kept the chains on. So I was a little more freaked out. They did. No. Sue my own cousin?
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was cousin?
No, it was step pops. Can I say his name? Charles. Charles the Chewies.
Every time I think of the friend over thing, on a Christian friend, we start watching batteries and glow sticks as we were smoking this up.
I would have stayed in the minute.
Sure, that's fine.
I would have fell on purpose.
Uncle Robert came through, we smacked that nigga with a glow stick. What do y'all at?
Damn, well, I'm gonna lost. Oh yeah. So after it was like after we got done with the haunted house and started running through, I guess Brandon and my cousin Jordan decided that they were wanting to, I don't know, chase us around. I don't know what the reason, but all I know is I started running for my life. I took off. Like, they couldn't catch up to me. Like, even though I have asthma, for that one moment, I was like Flash. They could not catch up to me. Like, I don't know what I forgot what the whole reason why they started chasing me, but I was gone.
Get up on your feet. Get me up.
What the fuck, bro? That shit was fucking busted.
This is slow him down. Get me up. Please be loud.
Yeah.
shit with.
Shit. Drone? In fact, I do. I could explain it my first time, but I kind of want to save that for another time. Man, you asked me a question.
Messing around. Get me up. Deploying lethal. Let's lock this down. Get me up. Good choice.
That's a tough question because there's a lot of games I like, you know, but your top three is kind of hard to select. I mean, I grew up playing Mario. I mean, I started with a Nintendo, and then I moved my way through PlayStation to Xbox 360. I mean, if I had to choose, it would be between first Mario, then it would have been, well, Super Mario Brothers 3 to be specific. But then I would put Halo 3 on there. Because me and my brothers would have a blast. I would die laughing, playing hours with them. And then the third game would probably be Titanfall, because Titanfall is what really made me want to stream. I mean, Last of Us started it, but I wanted it, what really got me to stream was Titanfall 2.
What was your first game for?
Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo, one of the old ones. Yeah, I was born in '97. Well, I think it's getting late. Honestly, I think I'm gonna end it here.